Hi guys, sorry I was a bit late. Still trying to figure out how to go live all alone. So I don't have my usual partners in crime this time around. The ones who joined me in the live streaming, you will see them over the weekend. They actually work a night shift, so yay me, go sun. So we are actually here to watch the uh, Carabao Cup match. Not a great cup, but I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm so sorry. I'm not. I don't have my jersey on. It's actually in the room that my parents are sleeping in, so I don't want to disturb them. So you know how those things are. So yeah. But so far the score is 0-0. I think it's been an even match so far. And yeah, feel free to join in. I know I don't know how many viewers do we have. I don't think any. But yeah, as they say, great thing starts from zero. And once you have enough zeros, you just need to put them in the right place. So okay, quite a strong starting lineup that they had. Uh, when I say they, I mean Chelsea. I think it's almost a first team lineup that they had, right? I think it's as good as I would say a first team, and that's pretty much expected because the kind of squad that they have put together comes as no surprise that Joao Felix gets a chance to start in a game, that too for a Carabao Cup, and alongside it's Mudryk and Shrewsbury Hall. I'm very excited to see Mudryk how he plays. I think he's a bit too much into in his mind, right? I think he anticipates a lot too much more than his teammates, and that's why I think he's not able to gel up really well. But I think he's a pretty exciting talent. Shrewsbury Hall again. I think a usual. I would not say usual, a typical transfer that happened whenever you get a manager from the other team. He gets one or two players from their side. So I think Dewsbury Hall was, a special buy for Maresca. I'm not sure how he intends to use them. I think he's just a squad player. And I think Kukurea, very excited to see Kukurea back. Of course, he had that ligament tear, but I'm not sure how he is back. Off lately, it's the new crop of players that have come into the picture. I'm a millennial, so I'm more used to Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes, and all those folks. But yeah, great to see Badiashile and Adarabio. I think he's another very young, exciting talent that Chelsea have brought in. Fernandez, of course, I think he has been out of form, but it's good to see that he's getting his fair share of games. I think Maresca has been really good in squad rotation, right? I think he has found his starting 11 for EPL and then his starting 11 for Conference League and the Carabao Cups. And substitutes, of course, we have Madueke. I'm surprised to see Palmer. I thought he'll get some rest, but doesn't look like it. Of course, why will you rest your best player for any of the cups that you have? Huh. Usually, the live streaming is done by Parth. He is our, I would say, I would not say the admin, but the main guy who gets us live. So that's the name of the channel. Actually, I think we never actually discussed this. So TAP is T is for the Rishi. That's me. Yeah. Not I'm not as complicated as my name. A is for Akash, and yes, he has for him the sky is the limit because I used to play alongside Akash, and when he shouts, even the sky trembles. And of course, Parth is the third person. So I think all of us we were deciding it for a long time to get actually on this sort of a platform where we get to discuss a lot of football because we three have a WhatsApp group and we discuss a lot of things. I think the group is something where you can share anything, right? And be it professional, personal. Of course, football is there. The group is actually named Football and Politics, so politics happens everywhere. But I'm digressing off the topic. So yeah, it's an even Steven match so far. By the way, I'm watching on my phone because this Carabao Cup is not available anywhere but on this app Fan Code, which I tried putting it on Geo TV, but apparently I don't have the plan for it. Uh, Mukesh Ambani is getting richer day by day with the plans that I choose, but I'm not. So I choose to watch it on fan code. You can actually buy passes for each match. I bought the pass for the entire Carabao season cup because I hope Chelsea wins. Uh, it looks like they do. It'll be a huge confidence booster for, I think, for a manager who has just come in, from and he has that experience in EPL, right? So I think first season win of any sort, right, would be a big booster. I think what hurts the most is you reach up to final and then you lose. So I don't think that will happen because I see a style of play actually developing with the Chelsea players that he has at his disposal, and of course with the signing that he has done. I think one of the things that we were discussing last time around was about Chelsea specifically was that how Todd Bowley has gone out of the picture. When I say out of the picture, I mean out of media attention. Of course, he's there, which is a good thing, right? Because initially, because of the turmoil that happened due to the change in ownership, right? Abramovich going out and all those things happen. Of course, it's a totally different issue. And Todd Bowley was a center man. By the way, Felix with the ball, he's just so silky. Oh, I think Felix deserves a chance more than Jackson, right, in EPL. I think he's super smooth. He has quick feet. Uh, by the way, that was a lose pass by an Enzo, which was meant for Modric, but Felix picked it up. Some run there. I think he beat one, two, three players at a time and then took his shot. I think it got deflected. Is it a corner? No, it was not a corner. Tough luck. That was almost a good chance. I think that was the first actual chance for Chelsea. So, but yeah, I was saying, Todd Bowley has gone out of media attention, which is good for the team. I think if you have a football club, the football club should be the focus, not the owner. Unlike unless and until you are Glazers, I think they should be in the media attention. They should just sell the club and get out. Because although I'm a Chelsea fan, in India, most of the folks when they start their football career, Manchester United was the club. At least it was the first club that whose jersey I got as a gift from my dad. But he of course didn't understand. For him, it was only red color cut t-shirt and blue color cut t-shirt. So, but that red and blue means a lot of, like, it's a huge difference between them. Speaking of red and blue, we have another live stream going off on Sunday. So, team, guys, please do join us. It'll be fun. It's a fun banter that we do. So it'll be me versus Akash. I'm scared, not because Chelsea are playing United, because it's me versus Akash. Yeah, I'm up against the entire sky. I'm not sure if he's the one who's watching, but yeah, I don't know how to write a diss track. Probably even if I knew, I would not write it against Akash. Yeah, Path is a sweetheart. Yeah. He's very good at writing, though. You can follow his page on Instagram. It says beautifully painful. I don't know how painful it is, but it's definitely beautiful. I think out of the three of us, he's the most creative one. I don't know if I'm here increasing any more subscribers, but if you want to join us, Akash is getting married in the first week of December. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the address, but yay. And the fun part is he's actually getting married on 4th, and there's a Manchester United match on the same day. So instead of Sangeet, we'll play the commentary for the United match. There's a chance for Newcastle. I think they scored. Or is it a foul? The referee has not given it a foul. There was a loose ball. Isaac has scored. It's at St. James Stadium. So I think Chelsea around 1-0. Ah, that's a full first team that Newcastle are playing in. No excuses for Chelsea. But I think that was a very loose pass. Was it by Sanchez? I think it was by Sanchez. They lost the ball, or it was not Sanchez. My bad. It was the new fellow, and okay, I think Joe Linton nabbed the ball from Vega. Yep. Uh, Chelsea players kept appealing for a foul, but it never came. Yeah, it was robbed by Joe Linton and passed by Tonali to Isaac. So Newcastle lead 1-0. Nah, I don't care. It's an energy cup, energy drink cup, any which ways. But no, I think we'll make a comeback. But it will be surprising to see Cole Palmer coming on if Maresca decides to sub him on. I think that will say two things. First, good thing it will say that Maresca is aggressive, but on the bad side, it will say that apart from Palmer, we don't have anyone else, and we cannot just depend on individual brilliance to carry us throughout the season. Of course, not depend on him entirely to make us finish fourth. I'm not expecting Chelsea to win the title. I think they are way far from again a loose pass by Vega. I think this particular team which Maresca stars for Conference and Carabao Cup, they're still learning the tactics. That's a shot. Oh, that was a good shot, man. I think it was Tonali. He looks like in form. It was almost 30 yards out. Joe. I'm surprised to see Joe Linton to be so quick. I think being a big and burly player, he'll be slow, but I think he's quite good when it comes to when it comes to pace. He was the one who created the Newcastle's equalizer over the weekend. When Chelsea were playing Newcastle in EPL. So I think he was the one who actually shielded the ball. Him and Tonali, I think they are combining really well for Newcastle. Eddie Howe has actually done well. I mean, he has. He has actually I've not say put the money to great use, but he has actually brought Newcastle to a place where uh, they can compete. I think they're very very far off from being the club what they used to be back in the 90s. I think they were one of the title contenders, but I think still think they're very far. But nowadays, now you can see that crop of players actually staying back. With Isak, I think he has brought in uh, Harvey Barnes, if I'm not wrong. There's another chance. That's another goal for Newcastle. 2-0. Wow. I think this is getting very quickly away from Chelsea. That was a scrappy goal. Oh, Newcastle fans are celebrating as if they won the title. The jersey looks like they are in. The jersey, yeah, the jersey looks like they're in jail. It's a jail jersey, if you know what I mean. Okay. Sorry, that's my message tone. It was a cross by Isak. It got deflected. It's an own goal. Oh, that's a scrappy own goal, man. Come on. It got deflected twice, thrice. Oh my god. So first it got deflected by Nkunku, then some Newcastle player headed it, and then Vega was trying to clear it, and ultimately it got bundled. It ended up in Chelsea's net. So I dare to say this: Maresca dresses like a Arsene Wenger in that. Oh, it was Disasi's own goal. The funny part is that in front of Disasi it says 26 own goal. 26 is a big number for Chelsea. It was Terry's number. Yeah, I'll not comment on his ability to score own goals. Yeah, let's see how tough the second team of Chelsea is. This crop of players is what's their mentality. I think they were playing well. Chelsea started to play well, and I think they conceded 2 goals. That actually hurts, any team's mentality when you are actually playing well and you don't score. And that was the same thing which was happening to United. I think they were creating a lot of chances. They didn't have a style of play, and then I think that's what led to Eric Ten Hag downfall. I know we are getting a party from Akash for sure. He's the most happiest person, right? I think it's the second most happy thing that has happened in his life, of course, after his marriage. I'll draw the line there. But yeah, I'll keep an eye out on the other scores as well. Uh, but yeah, I'll be for us the primary game will be the Chelsea versus Newcastle, where of course Chelsea is losing. It's 28 minutes. They're down 2-0. So just to update, first goal was scored by Isak, a loose pass by Vega. Joe Linton won the ball. Tonali made the pass and Isak scored. And the second one was a scrappy one where Disasi, bundled the ball into his own net. Newcastle, I think they have gained much confidence from that second goal. So they're playing really, really well. They're controlling the midfield. They are recovering those loose balls really, really fast. Let me know what you guys think about Anthony Gordon. I think he was signed from Everton. He's an exciting prospect, but then I'm not really sure how he has turned out to be. I think he's not very consistent, which is a sign of a great player. But I think he's a decent player. Uh, of course, it was a move up from him, but I don't see him going anywhere else apart from Newcastle. I think he'll be here for the next 3-4 seasons and maybe go to a mid-table club. Like Crystal Palace or maybe I would not say West Ham, but yeah, Crystal Palace. Aston Villa have actually picked up well, so they are no longer a mid club. Uh, Definitely not Tottenham. Maybe Southampton or maybe Brentford. But yeah, he's a good player to have, a decent player to have in your team. By the way, Man United are leading 2-0, and the goals have been scored by the red card specialist Casemiro. When I say red card specialist, I mean referee actually specially trained themselves to give a red card to Casemiro. I don't know for what reason. Garnacho has scored the second, but it's a very strong starting lineup by United, and I think it's their entire first team: Lindelof, Delete, Dalot, Martinez, Casemiro, Ugarte, Rashford, Fernandes, Garnacho, Zolzi. I think they have started every everyone the strongest starting 11. Apart from I would say Rashford, uh, I think Ahmad deserves a long run because I think Rashford has been not been delivering on the promise that he showed right at the starting of his career. So Newcastle with another chance. Can Isak with a shot? Oh, that's way wide. So part is saying United players were waiting for Eric to leave. Typical United. Yeah, I think part Akash will disagree, and yeah, to some extent it's true. Uh, I think he was. I'm not sure if what was the dressing room atmosphere like. But then when Ronaldo speaks out, something like that, I think he was right. I think Ronaldo, and then there was I would not say Jadon Sancho, but Ronaldo, actually sets the benchmark. I would not go as far as saying that Ronaldo was absolutely right, but then yes, when you have the ability to bench a player like Ronaldo, then I think either you are way too brave or way too foolish. I think it turned out the other way for Ten Hag. So yeah, but all the best to him. I think whatever he did, at least they won one FA Cup and one Carabao Cup. So congratulations to them. But yeah, I think for sure there was some issue in the dressing room as well, and maybe the new guy, Amorimo, I keep forgetting his name. So maybe he's the one who turns around the fortunes for them. Really early in the season, I think we're just 10 matches in, so a lot of football coming his way, and given how the EPL is, might be difficult for him to adapt. But then, yes, the Ten Hag era comes to an end. I don't know if it was an era or it was something else. But I think along with the manager, it's the owners also who need to take a look at themselves because I think they have just sucked out a lot of money from United, and I think they're very smart. I mean, entire focus was on Ten Hag, and they fired Ten Hag. Now they're getting a new person in, so they are actually very smart in getting the attention away from them. But I think somewhere down the line, the owners are a big problem, right? If you look at if you look at City, right? Again, I'm not comparing, but I think what they have been able to build up, what they've been able to build in the last couple of years is a good footballing environment, a good footballing ecosystem. Of course, the titles that have come by is something which is a byproduct of it. But most of the credit goes to Pep. But then the reason why someone like Pep thought of joining City was because of the ecosystem that they created. Oh, United concede. Oh, do they? How can they concede against Leicester? Oh, I forgot. That's an EPL club, right? Mudrik with a chance. There's a chance. That's a bad miss, man, by Felix. Chelsea do create a lot of good chances, but God knows they have invested so much in midfield. They've invested in defense, uh, but they have not invested in a striker. I mean, Jackson is not a striker. I don't know. I don't know what he is. He's like he's like that last bit of interest that you pay off, on your loan. I don't have any better way to describe that. But yeah, that was a great chance, man. That Felix should have scored. It's a very bad finish. It's actually safe. So that's a corner. Let's see what they make out of corner. Nothing. That's a free kick to Newcastle. Oh yeah, United do actually concede. Oh, I like the name, Bilal El Khanous. Let's see what the other scores are. So Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, it's one each. Oh, Tottenham versus Man City. That should be an interesting match, which should be going on. I'm sorry, I'm neither a fan of plastic or of chickens. So plastic chickens, ban. I'm a vegetarian, so yeah. But yeah, quite a good lineup by City as well. Diaz, Stones, Lewis, Ake, Gundogan, McCarthy, Savio, Nunes. Savio has been has been a good signing, isn't he? Has been an exciting signing. I think that's where that was talking about the ecosystem that the City have been able to build. They got Aguero, uh, they got Werner scored. Is it? I'm not watching that game, but that sounds exciting, man. Wow. And this, when I say exciting, this comes from a Chelsea fan. The only thing Werner knows is how to slow down and then speed up. He's like Maruti 800 in Zen era. Okay, but thanks, Parth, for those updates. I'm very busy watching Chelsea match. When I say busy, I mean watching Chelsea lose. But that's okay. It's just energy drink cup. That's how I'm convincing myself. Timo Werner 5. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Let's try and switch it up to the City match. Actually, I think that sounds exciting at the moment. I'm very sad. I'm actually looking forward to Bruno scores. What is happening? Everyone is scoring apart from Chelsea. Is it? Oh, Bruno has been informed. I know he does all those Hollywood passes and everything. Oh, my question is, who is third user? I know Akash and Pars to be two. Who's the third one? Let me take a guess. I am not sure about it. Who is the third one? By the way, I'm not a technological freak. It took me 10 minutes to figure out how to go live. As I said, as soon as I noticed three, the stream back went to one. Wow, that bad, huh? But yeah, I think City have looked weak without Rodri. Of course, he won the Ballon d'Or. Uh, my personal idea of Ballon d'Or is that I think it should be scrapped. You cannot have an award on performance based on voting. I mean, congratulations to all the players who have won it so far, but uh, beat Ronaldo, beat Messi. I think that was a long debate that used to happen right back in my college days as well. But I think we have been fortunate enough to witness all these legends. Wow, as soon as the Ronaldo Messi debate began, we were down to zero. Okay, that's encouraging. But yeah, I'll keep going. It's I think we have been fortunate enough to witness all these great sports personalities, right? To watch them play. Of course, I've not been able to watch them live in the stadium, but then whatever we could afford, right? Messi, Ronaldo, Kohli, Tendulkar. I think they have been really great. So I'm just thankful for that. By the way, City, as soon as the score, I think one mentality which I really love about City is that they know they'll score and they keep going. So that's actually good. Uh, I'll go back to watching the Chelsea match because I'm really excited to see Chelsea come back, which they have not done it yet. So, okay. Oh, by the way, Casemiro scored as well. That's 4-1. Oh, that was a bizarre. Oh, wow. Some finish, man, by Timo Werner. Where was all that finishing when he was in Chelsea? I think he was finishing Chelsea. Oh, but he won Champions League. Okay, back to the stream. No more dissing against the X-Bless. Yeah. I think the second string team of Chelsea, they're still learning to adapt the Maresca style. By the way, this is Coke, guys, so don't think otherwise. Happy Diwali. That has to be a penalty. Come on, man. He was given a corner. Mudrik is quick. He could give, dare I say, Usain Bolt a run for his money. Oh, that was a good tackle, man. Good tackle. I think, yes, I think Mudrik is still developing as a player. I would not say lacks maturity, but lacks that thing in final third. If you guys know this player, Adama Traore, I think he was very quick, right? Very direct. He was like old time winger, but he lacked that final third, right? So what happens is when a player who does not have the final third, right, eventually they start to fade off, right? If you look at Adama Traore, he burst onto the scene with a lot of promise, but then he eventually faded off. So yeah. This chance, oh, that's a good save. Yeah, come on. Felix again, he lacks that finishing touch. I think he needs, that's what I'm saying. I think he needs more games, right? Because, oh, that was a good, could have passed it back to Nkunku. There was a good link up between Nkunku and Felix, but I think Felix got a bit selfish. Uh, I think they'll score at least one. I'm not sure about a comeback. I think they'll come hard in the second half. I really hope he doesn't use his Palmer, man. I think uh, that will be an aggressive statement to make, but then that will say a lot about over dependency of a team on one player. And the player who's as young as Palmer, I think you need to protect him, protect his mentality, protect his his you know like protect him from injuries. So yeah, I think they actually need to score at least one before halftime, which will sort of make up a match. Uh, so what I've actually observed right over the past I would say 10, 11 years, right? The football has evolved so much. It's become so much more tactical, right? That you're not able to get those genius talents once in a while, right? If you guys, that's a chance. See, that's the tactics. Do not lose the ball. So even if you're in D, do not take that shot. So I think that that instinctive, the player with those instincts, right? That is so bad, man. By Mudrik. So I think yeah, that coming back to the point, I think a lot of those players, with that instinct, they have started to go down in number. Right. When I say instinct, I'll take a couple of names. There was this player Joe Cole. Right. Uh, he was so good with his feet. Right. And that too being an Englishman. So English players usually don't have that, and he was an instinctive player, right? Someone like Ramirez, if you know, right? Now, of course, I'm taking the Chelsea names. I'll come to other clubs as well, right? Bergkamp, instinctive player. Perez, he was never great individually, but if you put him in that team, the mindset that he had, the understanding that he had with Henry, the understanding that we had with Lundberg, another instinctive player. You don't find these type of talents. Oh, by the way, great chance for Chelsea. I think they robbed it off. Come on, man, finish! Oh, for God's sake, yaar. Come on. Oh, that was a good run by Disasi. He dropped the ball near to Newcastle's D line, went all solo, passed it to God knows who, and then ran into a defender, and that's a goal kick. Yeah, it was. It looked like it was a pass by a defender in a D box. So, but yeah, those players with those instincts, right? They have started to actually go down. So I was up to Lundberg, right? United. If you look at Ronaldo as well, when he started his career, I think he was a very instinctive player, and over the period of time, he transformed himself into I don't know, majestic goal scorer. And that too, all his goals were, most of his goals were instinctive. He had a clear idea about where the goal is, right, where the ball is going to come from, and he used to fit in every tactic. I think one of the most underrated seasons of Ronaldo is the 3 seasons that he spent in Juventus. What he achieved there was amazing. I think those were the transformative years. At the age of 32 or 33, going off for 80 million is still a lot. So those type of players, they have started to go down. I think one of the players who is very instinctive at this moment is Kevin De Bruyne. He's of course injured, and it hurts me to see him play for City. I think that was one bad decision made. I would not say Mourinho. I would say the Chelsea board, but I would still say Mourinho because he still, he has that ability to dominate of what all players to bring in and what all players to lose. We had Oscar at that time. I'm not comparing Oscar to De Bruyne, but I think that was a miss from Mourinho. And every time, wow, that should have been 3-0 to Newcastle, man. That was a sitter by Isaac. Yeah, it's what a slip, man, by this Badia Shield. The assist would have been of Gordon if Isak would have scored. Great run. Oh, it came just too fast. It hit his knee. It was beyond the goal line. But yeah, he should have scored. He should have scored. Someone like of Isak's ability should have scored that. It was an open goal. Not as open as Dallo had during the weekend. Let's look at the other scores while Chelsea is still struggling. So Tottenham still leading 1-0. Aston Villa, Crystal Palace 1-1. United, Leicester 4-1. I know we have Arsenal's game as well, but that's again against a championship side or a League One side, dare I say. They are actually up by, okay, I think 2-0, if I'm not wrong. Let me just check. Oh, by the way, it's half time. So, yes, Preston are down by 2-0 against Arsenal. Liverpool, Brighton is 0-0. Leicester score again, by the way, at the stroke of half time. So, it's United 4, Leicester 2. And Newcastle, of course, we are streaming that game live, right? When I say streaming, I mean watch along. So they are leading 2-0. Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, they're tied at 1-1. Tottenham, Man City, it's 18 minutes and Tottenham is leading 1-0. Brighton, Liverpool, they're tied at 0-0. What's the Liverpool lineup? I think Arne Slot has been a great, I would not say great, but I think he has begun his season very quietly, right? Trying to understand the root of the club, right? Trying to understand what's there in the club's DNA, and not changing much, right? I think one thing he might have hit right is the coordination and the man management, and of course, getting that dressing room atmosphere right, which I think is very very important. Sometimes a very average team also goes on to win uh, Premier League. I think one of the greatest examples is Leicester City, because the dressing room atmosphere is right. So it's not about how good the players are; it's about how good the dressing room environment is. Another great example is Sir Alex Ferguson winning the title in 2012, 2013, the last season. He had Cleverly in his team, for God's sake. I just hated that player, man. And one of the players that he used, and his man management was excellent. Uh, of course, Percy was still there. Thank you, Arsenal. But one of the players that United had, where it showed how good, Sir Alex was with man management, was the usage of Hernandez. When I say Hernandez, I think the other name of him you will recognize him well is Chicarito. So he was used really well. Yeah, Partha, I know Cody scores for Leicester 4-2. That's an exciting match to watch. Not the word you would usually use with United matches, uh, at least till now. But yeah, so it's half time for Chelsea match. Let's go over and watch Tottenham versus City. Yeah, chickens versus the plastics. Can chickens consume plastics? Theoretically, they should not, but in football terms, they are. Oh, Liverpool score, by the way. I think the second half has already started for them. So Cody Gakpo, I think he's one player where who is off somewhat of that category. I would say, I think we're discussing about the instincts. I think we're discussing about the understanding of where the teammates are. I think he's very a very good team player. Cody Gakpo, he was brilliant in Netherlands run in World Cup and Euros, and yeah, I think he suits really well. He understands what his role is in the Liverpool team, which is just amazing. Nothing better to have than a player who understands his exact role. I think that was what was missing in United's setup. Uh, no one knew what they were doing. If you are not giving chances to players like Ahmad in a situation where you are losing matches and the key player is in form, I think that will lead to your downfall. So, the same way I believe that Felix should be getting some chances because he's having those he's in a great touch. A chance for wow, what a shot! He's in a great touch overall, but I think he needs a little bit more chance to get those finishing skills right. No matter how much you practice, behind closed doors, right, or during the practice sessions, right. I think game time is something which you cannot compensate. Uh, you know, you cannot compensate for game time in the practice time, right? So I hope I'm making sense, right? Because game time, actually gives you that edge of sometimes doing things which you don't do in a practice session, but you need to do in a game because yep, sometimes it works. Like toe poking the ball is something you do not practice for, right? But that is a type of finish with the Brazilians developed because again, that was something that was needed in the game, to really if you don't have time, you do not have a space to actually kick the ball with everything that you have, or probably side foot it, just poke it. So all those things, those understanding of how the team is, right, at what frequency they are playing, you need more game time. So I think Felix deserves more game time. Similarly, Ahmad, I think he has been brilliant so far. I think he was a player of match in a couple of matches, if I'm not wrong. That uh, uh, now that Ten Hag is gone, I hope he gets his chances. But yeah, guys, do let me know in the comment section what you think about United, what you think about Liverpool. I'm very excited to watch Liverpool. I'm not a fan of Liverpool, but I really admire their playing style since the Klopp days. I would say since Brendan Rodgers days. And one of the best individual seasons that I ever saw in an EPL was of Suarez 2013-14, the famous slip that happened for Gerrard. It was against Chelsea. I'm not proud of it, but yeah, a win is a win. That's a cruel game. So Suarez was just bloody brilliant in that season. I think one of the best goals that I like is the one he scored against Newcastle United. I know those soft touches we talk about Iniesta, we talk about Xavi, we talk about Messi, we talk about Neymar, we talk about Ronaldo, but I think Suarez had one of the best touches in the game of football. And yes, I was talking about the goal that he scored. So there was this player, Luis Enrique. He was a left-footed player. He used to play at left back, and against Newcastle, right, he gave a ball over the top. Suarez only took two touches. The first one was by his shoulder, and the second was to round off the keeper, and it was just in a space of, I would say, eight, not even 8 yards, I think 4 or 5 yards, right? And it was coming over the shoulder. So if you ask any football coach, one of the hardest shots to hit is drop shoulder volley. I've never been able to hit it because it took me 2 years to understand what drop shoulder volley means. I thought it was like this because yeah, my English was just so good. It's just kidding, guys. But yeah, one of the difficult shots to play is that he not only controlled the ball, he of course not hit it. I think he went a step ahead. He controlled the ball with his shoulder, and with the second touch, he rounded off the keeper and scored. If you want to know what drop shoulder volley is, just to make Akash jealous, it was scored by Ronaldo against United when he was playing for Juventus, and he showed off his abs after that. That was a drop shoulder volley. Again, a drop shoulder volley was. I'll just do that because so that Akash does come back biting at me and all the United fans who are watching. It was scored by Ronaldo against Chelsea as well. Not a typical drop shoulder volley, but it was ball over the top. It was in EPL when Ronaldo was playing for United in his second stint, Yeah, Akash, I see you. And that was a save. Yeah. Oh, that's a good shot. Oh, Tottenham 2-0. Wow. What a good shot, man. That was a set piece. I think Tottenham have made very, very, very smart signings. Kulusevski, Werner, uh, Solanke, very good signings. I am not able to pronounce the name of the manager. It is something, I don't know, post office, but I think he has been really good. That was a great goal, man. I don't know who the player is. He looks like Caicedo. Yeah, go chickens. Yes. I think next up, KFC. That was a great shot, man. Outside the box, a typical curl of the foot. Wow, that's just beautiful. Yeah. I think the only thing more beautiful than this would be Akash's marriage. Perfect setup. That's a great goal to watch, man. Loose keeping, I would say, as well. He was very lethargic. I'm not sure. I'm not the keeper, so the keeper is Akash. Oh, Akash is doing the Rashford celebration. I think his downfall is near. Whosoever the Tottenham player is doing the Rashford celebration of something in the mind. Something in the mind. Oh, it was Sar. Sarr. I just know the last name. Chance for Tottenham for third. Again a shot. Oh, straight in the keeper's hand. Wow, interesting. Interesting sponsors for Tottenham. It says Kraken. I don't know what the voting waiting was of Tottenham's manager as. Release the Kraken. Yeah, that's what I used to say when I used to play with Akash. Release the Kraken. Why are you jealous with United? No, 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 no. There's no jealousy. सब भाईचारा है. Yeah, yeah. United, Chelsea, भाई भाई. मिल के बोर करेंगे. Talk about United. Yeah, United we stand, divided we fall. Like the way Ten Hag did because he was not standing with United. Legends. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think United has been, see, they are the talk of the town, and somewhere I feel very, very satisfied because being a Chelsea fan, keeping, seeing managers come and go is something suddenly understood how to score. Yeah, United, yes. They're not scoring actually, they are actually teasing at Ten Hag. You know, they're just showing him that you were actually the problem. Yeah, he would be crying, yes. uh, but I think he was starting to lose the dressing room. I know the players were not speaking out, but there was definitely something boiling up over there. Usually, it used to happen in Mourinho era. In the Mourinho seasons, in the third season, where he would lose the dressing room. Right, चार चार बजे तक पिएगा. No, 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 please don't. Liver खराब हो जाता है. Do not celebrate just yet. And if you're celebrating, let me know what you're celebrating. Was it United scoring or is it Ten Hag going? There's a chance for City. No chance. I think overall, it's been a topsy turvy season. They wanted someone with hair, so who should they get? Someone with transplanted hair or someone with real hair, or someone in between? अच्छा, टेन हैग 4 बजे तक पिएगा. क्या पिएगा अब तो. Ah, yeah, that's a very good discussion to have. What does Ten Hag drink? Speaking of drinking and getting high, I remember this. I was talking about the Suarez season, right? So if you guys remember, the season after that, Arsenal actually bid for Suarez, right? And they the release clause was 40 million. They bid 40 million £1. And Brendan Rodgers commented, "I want what they are smoking at Emirates." 15 million exit for whom? Suarez, was he sold for 15 million? That's it. Sure, he has enough to. Oh, 15 million exit for Ten Hag. Yes, that's the compensation. Yeah, man, come on. I think we need to have all the people who are working in corporates. That includes me. I think we need to talk to the respective HRs of ours and show them. Right, 1 rupee was given. It was £1 or $1. 1 rupee was given by Parth. I think he has more than that, man. Parth drives a Mercedes, so The rupee was given by Parth. Parth, you were a fan of Arsenal back then as well? If so, my question is why? You had already sold Percy. But yeah, man, being an Arsenal fan is tough. Uh, it's 11 years. I don't know, 14 years since they have won the title. It's very tough being an Arsenal fan. Arteta has come in again. A debate, a lot of debate, but I think one thing Arteta has a hold of is, again, I'm talking about it again and again, is the control of dressing room. Parth has been a fan of Arsenal since 2002, 2003. Yeah, I had a very dark comment on that 2002. You know, what made you the Arsenal fan? But I'll not say it on YouTube Live because I was just reading what to say and what not to say on YouTube Live. So I'll restrict myself from saying that. Let's not go there. Someone was here. No professional comments. Parth, no professional comments. I'm still working with that person, so my commissions will be blocked. Yeah, Parth, come on, straight to true to your name. Be beautifully painful. Don't just be painful. You're all. I think Parth's painful. You know, when he writes beautifully painful, I think over the years he should replace painful by Arsenal, because I think they're actually going through that. You know, every time reaching that, almost title wala phase and then just slipping off. But I really hope that this is the season. He needs to win something big, not FA Cup, but either the title or either Champions League. I think last year was a great chance for them. They had Bayern, they were not in form, and this time around also, if they get Bayern, for God's sakes, please beat them. It's Vincent Company. Uh, I think they lost to Barcelona rather very cheaply. I don't know what has happened to Barcelona. They were very good against Madrid in the Del Clasico. Uh, I know. Somehow I don't find Madrid very convincing. I know it's a big statement to say. They have a very good crop of players. I think they are replacing their players very well, but they are just not that convincing. I have no idea how they won the Champions League last season as well. I think they just gritted it out. I think they just hung on, and they had that players for with that capacity: Cruz, Modric, Valverde. But during the El Clasico, none of them were available. None of them. I was not able to see any one of them. And Flick, I think he has been a great signing. I think he's doing a lot of tactical changes. Right. If you look at the fourth goal that Madrid conceded, it was just a simple long ball, and I think there's a change of mentality. There's a shift of mentality. Lamine Yamal, he's the talk of the town. I think that kid is excellent. He is. He's just wow. I mean, Arsenal is like Netflix series. Always wait for next season. But what series? That's the question. I think Stranger Things. But yeah, man. I mean, Arsenal used to. I think one of the very good things that Arsene Wenger has done for Arsenal is being able to manage those funds, because they built up a new stadium. They came from Highbury, right? They invested a lot and doing a job of finishing them in the top four. I think that was actually very great. Couple of players that I used to love from that era. Rosicky was one of the very underrated players I used to love. Ramsey, every time he scored, someone died. I think the other player was this guy. I don't know if you guys. I think Arsenal fans will remember him very fondly. It's Santi Cazorla. Good with both the feet. Unfortunately, he had some issue with his ankle, some flesh-eating bacteria issues. But I think he was just amazing, very graceful. A gentleman of a player. So, uh, yeah, it actually, uh, you know, uh, hurt me a lot when he actually left. But he was back playing for his childhood club, Villarreal. So, but yeah, I think Arsene Wenger did a great job, right, in doing that, and I think Arteta should reap the rewards. I mean, I could have never imagined Arsenal signing a 100 million player in Declan Rice. Uh, United fans obsessed with Arsenal, nothing new. Come on, man, you sold them Percy. Of course, they will be over. They will be big fans of yours. So Wenger is overrated. Wow, if Wenger is overrated, then this is coming from someone whose club was being managed by Ten Hag, and prior to that, Ole, and prior to that, Van Gaal, and I don't know if I'm going in the correct direction. Sorry, prior to that, Mourinho, and prior to that, Van Gaal, and wow, you actually you guys got David Moyes, man, as Alex Ferguson's replacement. I mean, wow, that was funny, but Arteta is the real deal. I hope he is. I really hope he is. Mourinho above Wenger any day in terms of winning. Yes, absolutely any day. Absolutely. I mean, that guy is a beast when it comes to mentality, mind games, and the level of detailing that he knows. I don't know if you guys have seen the John Terry interview where he was explaining the kind of awareness. Gakpo again. Wow. What's Chelsea ka score? Chelsea ka score is 1-0 when it comes to ousting of the owners. But no, Chelsea score is 2-0. I think the second half has started, so we'll go back. Yep, it has already started. It's still 2-0. Uh, Newcastle are actually playing well. Mudrik being fouled, nothing new. But yeah, Chelsea score is 2-0. So yeah, going back to. Oh, by the way, Liverpool have scored the second. Great stream, you deserve, kid. Oh, thanks, Akash. I'm not sure if what that meant. Great stream, you deserve, kid. I deserve a kid. I I like to, you deserve kid. I deserve a kid. Wow. And where do I get that kid? Do I manufacture it? Oh, let's not go in that direction. It's football. Don't just concentrate on ball. There's a foot as well. Prediction for the second half for Chelsea. If I'm being very honest, I see them losing this one, maybe 2-1. They'll score one late on. I think they have been wasteful in front of goal. They have, yeah, they need better finishers. You cannot just rely on Felix. He's this he's it's a good ball actually. Chance scored this one, man, and Kunku. Oh my god, some great defending, man, by Newcastle. By the way, they're putting body on the line. They needed Sancho to win. Sancho and Win, they don't come in the same line. So there's a chance for Newcastle, by the way. Great counter. That's Isaac. Isaac crossed the ball. Oh, thank God. That's another chance to Nali. That's Gordon. Oh, thank God. That's a save. Oh. But yeah, I think we I left the topic in between Mourinho over Wenger any day. Yes, the kind of mentality and the John Terry interview, he was explaining the level of detailing that Mourinho knows about the rules or regulations of EPL. So he said that if it's in the dying seconds, right, if the dying minutes, he said it to John Terry and Cahill that when you both were going for the corner, right, as soon as you come down, just fall onto the ground. So if you're both down on the ground, they cannot tell you to go off the field to get treatment, right? Because if it's during the 9 minutes and the team which is leading, right, more than one player or one defender goes down, the rule says that you cannot leave. The referee cannot ask to leave the field. So they did exactly that, and the referee asked them to leave. Imagine, even the referee didn't knew about that rule. So uh, Terry told the referee that, hey, you cannot actually tell us to go out of the ground. So Terry checked it back with his linesman and the refereeing team, and they actually said yes. So that's the level of detail that Mourinho knows and Mourinho understands, right? And I don't know if you guys have watched this documentary or Mourinho's masterclass. I don't know where it is, but he tells you exactly how he led his Inter Milan team in 2010 against Barcelona side, which has won just a season ago, and they beat them 2-0 in the semi-final. So, and how he contained Messi, right? And he had this great legend defenders. If you remember that name, it's Javier Zanetti. He was a Italian defender, right? Very good at a right back, and he was he was dictating his masterclass, right, Mourinho, of how he contained, right. I do not remember the exact words, so or the exact tactics, but he used his center back and his left back, swapping places with each other, right, so that Messi doesn't have to deal Messi doesn't just have one defender to deal with. Every time he has to come up with something new because the player that he's defending against is someone new, right? That's again a mind game, right? So if let's say the left back is going up front, there's someone from the midfield who's dropping back, and Messi has a new defender to deal with, right? If the center back is going, carrying the ball for a counter attack, there is someone from, the left back is coming to center back, and the winger is again falling back because the counter attack does not happen through the wing, it is happening through the center of the field, right? That was the kind of tactics that he had developed, and that actually kept Messi quiet. I mean, having Messi in your team in 2010, right? Approaching his prime, because just 2 years after that Messi scored 92 goals, so he was in his prime. uh, I think that was an amazing session. All right, we have a couple of comments. Rashford greater than Henry. Wow. I'll leave the. Come on, man, Chelsea. That's so bad, man. They are actually, their first touch is worse than me. If Chelsea wins, you need to twerk. What's twerk? What's twerk? Let's Google it, man. I don't know what twerk is. Twerk. How to twerk down the floor, bringing twerking. Oh, I don't have the proper instruments for that, man. Twerk. But good to know that term, twerk. I actually googled twerk and twerking came up. Is that like a word which came in 21st century? It has been there. Twerking is a type of dance to popular music in a, I don't know if I can say these words on YouTube live, man. Akash, what are you making me do? Sexually proactive manner. What are your thoughts? Where are you going with this? Just because Ten Hag has left, you can't say all these words, man. I know you're excited, but come on. See, the stream went down to two. I had five people who had joined in. I want to know who those other three people are. But thank you guys for joining in. Rashford greater than Henry. I think Henry was a great player, man. And it was all down to Wenger. If you guys know, Henry was Thierry Henry, one of the greatest French footballers, right? He started his career with, if I'm not wrong, Monaco, right? And then Arsene Wenger saw him playing against Arsenal, like the way Alex Ferguson watched Ronaldo playing for Sporting against United, and that's where he spotted him. So same way Wenger spotted him when he was playing for Monaco, and he was actually a winger. And as soon as he came into Arsenal, right, Wenger gave him a freestyle role. And that point of time, right, back in 2000 and 2001, the football was still developing, and it was typical English football, right? There was a lot of usage of wings. They left. I know, because you used the word work. And I read the description out loud. So yeah, guys, I was talking about how Henry became a striker, right? Overall, so they actually were, at those were the times when traditional wingers were used, right? So if you're good, if your favored foot is right and you're quick, you're a winger, you play on the right. If your favored foot is left, you're a winger, you play on the left. But now, over the period of time, it's swapped because they want to take it on. They wanted to actually come inside the D box. Wingers nowadays, if you see, not nowadays, I think in between from 2002 to 2014 or 15, they used to cut inside the box. Nowadays, uh, Jack Grealish is also winger. I don't know for what reason, but Henry was actually a winger. And from there, when he came into Arsenal, Arsene Wenger gave him a free role. So from number 10, he played number 9. He played as an out-and-out striker as well. He played as a midfielder as well, if you don't know. And he was someone who would actually drop back into midfield to pick up the ball and drive the team from there. I think one of the greatest goals scored by Henry is against Madrid at Bernabeu, and that is the only goal ever scored by Arsenal at Bernabeu, where he picked up the ball, he beat four defenders. I know one of it's not as good as the Messi one, which he scored in the Champions League semi-final in 2011, when three Clásicos happened in a span of 7 days or 10 days. But this was an equally good goal. I think that demonstrated strength, speed, and leadership qualities. City still your favorites for the title this season? Yes, yes, any day. I know Rodri is out, but then City, and I would not say City, I would say Pep has always a way out. Uh, to deal with those absences. But I think they're still struggling. And I think if Arsenal and Liverpool pick up the pace and put more pressure, and they win their respective games against City, they have a really good chance of picking up. Definitely Liverpool. I'm not sure about Arsenal, because I think you guys are very, very reliant on Saka. Arsenal, yes, they are reliant on Saka. Rice, another one. Martinelli needs to start firing really soon. I think again he's in the Mudryk section where he lacks that final product, like the way he missed out a big chance against this guy against these Bournemouth. He should have scored, and that was a stupid decision by Saliba, man. That was a straight red. He should not have done that. So. Uh, yes, if Arsenal are, they lack that last bit of maturity or maybe the last bit of mental gritness. You guys are missing Odegaard very badly. I know Declan Rice and Partey are doing the trick, but there's no flair in the attack, right? Against you guys played against whom last time around? Keep forgetting who did Arsenal play against. I know Havertz has been doing great. I'm an all-time. They lack a manager with strong mentality. I think they have a strong mentality. I think it's just a team which is still coming together, right? So if you, yeah, they played against Liverpool. So if you look at the goals, right, that were scored, Mikel Merino, and second half, right, they just subsided. So I think Arteta is still trying to win those big games by grit, which I think is not possible. You have to win those small games by grit. Those 1-0, 2-0 wins. You cannot expect to do that against a side like Liverpool. They will always come back biting, and you need to win those 1-0, 2-0 matches against Bournemouth, there's Southampton, there is Leicester City, right? Sometimes on their days they can be very good. So Akash greater than Arteta, of course. Akash, when sky is so big, Arteta तो क्या दो पाँव का आदमी है. I can be better. अरे you are already better. You're the best. In my whole career, I have only scored one goal against Akash. But and then or for all those saves you made, I gave that penalty against you. So yeah. But then yes, Arsenal, they need to really move on. No, you did score. Yeah, I scored only one. I only remember one against you. I'm only able to recall one. And I remember you getting angry because it actually touched your palm and got in the way. Still cry in bathroom. Remember this? Don't. You could have removed the word bathroom, man. Why are you saying bathroom? You could have still cry remembering this. Why? Guys, by the way, if you're watching this stream, if you're a man or if you're a woman, right, do not be afraid to cry, do not be afraid to speak about your mental health, right? Because a mental body resides in a mental mind, and due to a mental mind, I would say. So yeah, these comments aside, please, if you are facing any issues, uh, you can call me up as well, right? I'm available to talk. But if you're mentally not there, if you're mentally not at the right space, speak to someone, right? That's very important. It's okay to cry. That's absolutely okay. A good cry always gives you good relief. Your eyes also become clear. But yes, keep up your mental strength and keep your mental, I would say, health at the top priority. By the way, the Chelsea Newcastle game, I think we have been talking about a lot of issues. We are watching the Chelsea Newcastle game. It's a dead rubber. 30 minutes to go. It's still 2-0. I do not see a lot of chances being made by Chelsea. They're scrambling around. So yeah, uh, I wanted to do okay. Yeah, Akash, you can rant about United, please. What happened Sunday को इतना मस्त हराया? किसको हराया? United ने? Are you talking about United again? Chelsea. अच्छा, oh yeah. Chelsea lost to whom? I think Chelsea won, right? 2-1. Oh yeah, okay. I know, but that was a okay. Now I connect the dots. Yeah, that was a different team. That was a team which had that's the first string team. I think this team is the second string team is still new, uh, and it's not City. I know what Maresca is trying to do, and that is good. I think he's following the path of Pep, but I think we are very far. If you look at these players, right, Modric, Vega, they lack that finishing edge, and if till the time you lack that finishing edge, you'll always end up suffering because, oh, that's a good chance, man. Come on, man, Modric, come on, give an assist at least. Wow, that's. Oof. Oh, how did he miss from there? Oh man, I thought Jackson was bad, and Kunku is just proving why Jackson is starting. Oh come on, man! What was that touch? He was facing the goal. The ball came in from the side by Mudrik. This is what I'm talking about. The match awareness, man. I don't know. He kicked towards the goal, but the ball went from where it came. So it came from the left hand side. Somehow he touched it, and it again went to the left hand side. I mean, I can't do this. What did he do? Chelsea won what case? Oh, Madueke is on. When did that happen? See, they need to get Madueke on all these players. So I think what Maresca should be doing is, and I'm very bold to say this, but he should be giving Felix, Mudrik a lot of chances in EPL. Like if you look at Neto, he did really well against Newcastle. Sancho was rested. This guy came on, and that was just amazing. Oh, by the way, Bruno scored again, 5-2. Wow, they have scored the entire goals that they have scored for Ten Hag this season in one match itself. Very nice, very nice. So I think United trying to say to Ten Hag, lay. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. Lay. Here's some shit on your tactics, man. We know enough tactics to score. All you needed to do was some good man management. So that's good to see. United, good to see. It's a very good response to what has been happening in the club. So yeah, get your focus back in the game. And I think Bruno has been under a lot of criticism lately. But I think he is, if he finds himself in that space where he just focuses on the game, that will be better for him, better for the club. But I still think that Ahmad needs to get a lot of chances, man. You get in Ahmad, you get in Hoyland, remove Rashford, get in Ugarte, get in, this guy, Ericsson a chance, and, just let them play free. Get in that, who's that guy? Ahmad is better than Saka. Wow, that's a controversial statement. I think Saka has more exposure in terms of playing big games. I'm not sure about Ahmad. If Ahmad gets chance, might be. Depends on how he's being used by United. I guess if you remember, uh, I keep. I'm very bad with names, but if you remember, right, there was this player in Arsenal. Uh, what's his name? Weak mentality players at United along with weak mentality fans. Wow, I for the first time I'm seeing Parth fight back, man. Usually he's quiet, but today I don't think so. I think something is wrong. I think I weak mentality fans. I don't think the fans are weak. I think they are just not habituated of seeing their club in such a situation, because I think Chelsea keeps going. They keep undergoing a lot of changes after every couple of seasons. Liverpool have gone under a lot of change, so I think their fans have become. I would not say crazy. They have went beyond that. Brighton score against Liverpool, so they are. They're what the score should be 2-1. Yes, 2-1 to Liverpool. So, yeah, as I was saying, the United fans, they're so habituated of seeing their club at the top that they cannot resist the fact that the club is going through transition. I think that makes it very very hard. And when they look at the decisions being made by the owners or being made by the board, it gets them pissed off, because if you look at the other clubs, they are going in the right direction. In spite of what happened at Chelsea, they have started to go in the right direction. Arsenal, yes. They are in the right direction after with what all the era with Wenger, right? They were very excited about Unai Emery. Didn't work out, but I think he got you guys Aubameyang and all those players. But since the Arteta came in, they are going in the right direction. Tottenham, for example, they are going in the right direction. Although they are at the same pace, where they keep juggling between a potential club and a good club. And Aston Villa have picked it up. Uh, Ch- Liverpool have picked it up big time. So I think United fans are just not habituated of being in this position and in the position of transitioning. And I think it's been going on for a long time. It started with Moyes, then it went to Van Gaal, then Ole came in. So I think it's been with Mourinho I saw some style of play where they won Europa and everything. And at that time, City were at their peak. So, although they could have won the won the league at that time, but City were just too good. Another reason was I don't think Mourinho was backed enough by the board. Uh, uh, the only player I saw him signing was big time was Pogba. I know he wanted a lot of other players. He wanted Varane. He wanted a couple of midfielders, a good striker for that matter. But he didn't get it. If Mourinho would have gotten it, I think he would have stayed in United for a couple of more seasons, and he could have won them the title at least. I could have seen that United team going for a title. I mean, he had Rashford. He had. I don't even remember the players from Mourinho's era. He had Fellaini, who was doing well. So yeah, moving about Fred. Yeah, Fred was actually better than Rashford, I would say, in terms of work rate, in terms of getting getting the job done. I still remember his trick against Atletico Madrid, which Ronaldo was not able to score, which is okay because it got blocked, but that's okay. Uh, but then yeah, I think Mourinho really got the uh, best result out of the squad and the backup that he got. And that's where I feel the problem is with the owners, because if you look at what Mourinho did with Chelsea twice, he had complete backing of Abramovich. So if you're getting someone like Mourinho, right, and it's a very good thing which has been said by Steve Jobs, that you hire wise people so that they can tell you what to do, not the other way around. I think at United it went reverse. The board actually directs. I think it was Ed Woodward at that time, and I'm not sure. I don't think he's a very smart person at that level. And as a technical director or as a director of football or whatever the position is. But if you look at Chelsea, you know that there was a Marina lady who was doing all those dealings, and she was very very smart. She was the one who was responsible, right, to sell Mount and to sell Havertz. With that deal. It was not her, but it was another one. But I think that is the kind of atmosphere, or that is the kind of ecosystem that I was talking about right earlier, which City have created, which Chelsea has created, right? Which Arsenal, I think, they are in the midst of creating. Liverpool, I think they have done well. I think kudos to the Liverpool scout, whosoever there is. They got Diaz, they got McAllister, they got this guy, man. I mean, he's just a beast. Robertson. I don't know uh, where they got. Robertson from. Trent is, of course, a product of their own. They got Gakpo, they got Van Dijk. I think Coutinho, selling Coutinho and getting Allison and Van Dijk, masterstroke. I know a couple of transfers didn't work out for them. Thiago was a big noise, but I think injury ruined his career. I think Minamino was one of Takumi Minamino. He signed very very exciting players. Didn't work out for him, but that didn't stop him from going forward. I think that was the problem. That is the problem currently at United. Of course, ETH was a big problem, but I think now with the other manager coming in, if he's not able to get the backing which the other clubs managers are getting, I think then you need to really take a look at the owners. You really need to take a look at the system which has been put in place, right? Because if someone like Ronaldo of that professional level comes in and says that the club has not changed, right, in the past couple of years, then it's a big problem. If you don't create the ecosystem, right, sorry, you will not get those players. I mean, Ronaldo was born because Sir Alex Ferguson was there. Drogba was born because Mourinho was there. Percy was born because Wenger was there. Salah was born because Klopp was there. Lewandowski was born because again a Klopp was there. Lewandowski, could you guys believe it? He was signed for 2 million from a club that I cannot even pronounce. Gundogan. Then I keep forgetting his name. Godze, right? The Kraus, Tony Cruz, right? Then you have this guy Mario Götze. Then you have the main striker. I keep forgetting his name. If you guys remember Miroslav Klose, one of my favorite strikers, he was really good in 2006. I love that. I mean, that's an old-time proper striker. If you guys want to know what striker is, what strikers are made of, watch the videos of Miroslav Klose, watch the videos of Dimitar Berbatov, watch the videos of Drogba, watch the videos of Andre, the caretaker coach of United now, Ruud van Nistelrooy. Wow, that's one mean striker, man. I mean, you want to know what attitude is, watch him. You watch King Cantona. You watch, of course, the great Brazilian Ronaldo is always there. You watch. If you want to know what strikers are, these are some great players. But yeah, coming back to the topic, I think United's ecosystem is a major problem. They need to change that big time. They need to upgrade. They are not nowhere at the level where City are. They are nowhere at the level where Liverpool are. I'm not talking about in terms of facilities. I'm talking about in terms of awareness of where the game has reached. Right? I mean, uh, they should be talking about titles. The legacy that has been left behind by Sir Alex is something which is, of course, very tough to match. But that should not be the bar where that other managers should be looking to match at all. Should be looking to match. And I think one good thing that has happened, and I know us three were discussing this on the other call, and I think on our WhatsApp group as well, is Sir Alex actually got. They actually, I would not say removed, they parted their ways with Sir Alex with from his services of a consultant or whatever he was doing, because till the time, I'm sure you guys must have seen this movie, right? Avengers Endgame, right? And Thanos says this dialogue, and I think he was absolutely right. Till the time there are people who will remember of what was, there will never be people who will know what it can be. So Amorim won't be in charge for the Chelsea versus United game. I don't think that will make a much difference. I think it'll still be a tough game path for Chelsea because United are on a high. If you look at the way they have scored the goals, I've not seen the highlights, but the way they are scoring goals, I think they will be on a passion. They will. It's like you having your breakup and then going out in the in the sea and looking for another fish, the rebound. So you're just lucky Chelsea. Yeah, I hope you're talking about a girl, not the club. But then yes, so 3-1 Liverpool. By the way, sorry guys, I just went into too deep of discussing about ecosystems and everything. But I do believe be it in corporate. Oh, 3-0 Newcastle. By the way, I think that's all over for Chelsea. Oh no, it's offside. Is it? Yeah, it is. Yes, offside. But it's still 2-0 to Newcastle. It's 73 minutes. I don't see Chelsea winning this. The body language looks dull. No attack, no intent. Kukurea is running off somewhere. Kukurea is playing midfield. Mudrik. I don't see anything happening. So yeah, I think it's a good loss to take. Any loss that comes in at this moment is a good to take. But I think starting next season or probably the third season, Maresca will be expected to win a title or at least an FA Cup next season. I think that should be a good target. Manager will get sacked in the morning. That's no more the case. But I think Chelsea also made some mistakes. They should not have let. Oh, good chance. Score, man. Oh, my God. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. He could not just poke the ball into a net. That was such a good chance. Oh, all he had to do was just finish it. All Felix had to do was just finish it, and he missed it. That's where you need game time, man. I think Felix, Mudrik, and Kunku, they need more game time. They need those tough games. You cannot just put them against someone like Newcastle and just expect them to score. So I don't know. I mean, that should have been a goal, man. Come on, yaar. It hurts, but that's okay. Uh, but I don't see. I mean, I'm doubtful. I'm doubting the chances of Chelsea making a comeback here. Because yeah, the body language looks very weak. I know they are pressing high, but then Newcastle are a very well coached team, if you know what I mean, right? So a very well managed team and a very well coached team, guys. There's a difference, right? So if you look at something like someone like Brighton, they're a very well managed team. Uh, Newcastle are a very well coached team, I would say. They know their tactics. Even Brighton, I would say to some extent they're coached team, but I think they're very well managed as a club and as a team as well, right? So every player knows what they're doing, right? I think they have one of the best transfer systems in the transfer strategy in the market, right? They know which player to sell. I think Kaisudo got sold for a good amount of bucks, right? The Kukurea got sold amount for a good amount of money to Chelsea. So I know they do really business. They got keep forgetting the name, the player with him, the Japanese fellow. What's his name? Can you guys remind me? What's his name, man? I keep forgetting the name. I have him in my FFPL. But yeah. Oh, Brighton scored 2-3. Maresca is the new. It's Maresca, Akash. What is Marquesa? is the new bald fraud. Oh, come on, man. I know you're just jealous because he's bald and he gets to be a manager and you don't. But yeah, there's a really exciting match going on, guys, between Liverpool and Brighton. It's Brighton have scored in the 90th minute. Liverpool were leading 3-1. Now they have cut down the score to 2-3. That's a very, very exciting match. So, but nothing exciting going on here in Chelsea match. It's Newcastle dominating. If you look at the way they have shaped up with Joe Linton and Anthony Gordon and I think Joe Willock also comes on as a substitute. He's also really strong and overall a very good squad player to have. Uh, I used to love this guy, Saint Maximin, if you remember. Uh, Blessed with speed, blessed with skill. I was surprised that no one actually picked him up. Another player I would like to talk about is Antonio in West Ham. I think another great striker. He's of that old school, proper striker where he holds the ball. And then Parth, you will recognize this player, Olivier Giroud, one of my favorite strikers. I think he was so underrated. If you guys don't know, Olivier Giroud has won the Champions League. He has won the Europa League. He has won the World Cup. He has. I don't think he has won the Euro, but he has these three titles in his career, and not even. I think many of the great players have that, but he is so underrated. Uh, I think his positional sense, his game sense is just too good. I think I know Benzema has won the Ballon d'Or, but if I'm given a choice, I'll go with Olivier Giroud in my starting 11 any given day of the week. And it's just my biasness. I have nothing against Benzema. I think he was decent, he was good, and it was just a good run that he had. And yeah, I mean, congratulations to him again. Because Ballon d'Or is, yeah, it's again, it's on voting. I mean, how can you vote on performances, man? Someone will like Ronaldo's performance more. Someone will like, you know, the Messi's performance more. I don't know if you guys know this, right? Ronaldo actually started his career. Yeah, amazing player, best header. Yes, Olivier Giroud, amazing. Uh, Ronaldo started his Real Madrid career with number 9 on his jersey, and if you see that season of number 9, his first season, some of the goals he has scored, I mean, that's just bloody brilliant. So Kohli should have won Ballon d'Or. I mean, I just wish Kohli wins a World Cup, man, in 2027. It pains to see me, someone of that caliber, not win a World Cup. I know they have won the T20 World Cup, but I know for us millennials, it's the 50 over World Cup that we are waiting for. It was a heartbreak in 2023, but I really wish that he wins the World Cup in 2027, man. I mean, that guy is just phenomenal. You want to know what aggressive mindset is, you want to know what discipline is. Uh, that's just amazing. If you guys watch all these, little bit clips of interviews that come on your Instagram or Facebook, right? There's a very famous saying that many of his friends say that Kohli does the boring. And when I say boring, I mean the routine, right? And that's what gets him into shape. At 36 years of age, he's able to steal those singles as well. Uh, yeah, guys, I think any sports person who does that discipline thing. If you look at Ronaldo at this age, he's just going crazy. I know there will be another Messi's. Again, I'm not taking a stand here. There can be another Messi for sure, but it's very difficult to become a Ronaldo. There will be a Ronaldo, but it'll be very difficult. And Ronaldo says this: "I'll give you the plan. I'll give you everything that I do. Right? Can you do it?" So the answer is no. I mean, these are legends, man. Ronaldo, Jordan, Messi. Really blessed to be in this era. Not in Jordan's era, but at least you get to see Messi, you get to see Ronaldo, you get to see Sachin, you get to see Kohli, you get to see Dhoni. Uh, there already another Messi name is Yamal. Too early to say. It's too early to say because when Messi was growing up, there was no stardom, right? Sort of a thing. There was no social media. The social media was not so much, into the game. I think the youngsters nowadays they get attracted to it. So Yamal is definitely a very very promising young talent, man. I saw, the way he stepped up in the semi-final against Germany, the goal he scored, that was just bloody brilliant. I think Spain. It's a very weird thing to say because if you go back to 2010, Spain scored just 8 goals to win the World Cup. Just 8 goals, 1-0, 2-0, 1-0, 2-0, and Somehow they made it to, I would not say somehow they made it to the finals, but it was just because the opposition was not able to get a hold of the ball. And even in the final, I think if not for the Casillas save, and yes, that credit goes to Casillas rather than, I would say, Robin missing it. I would say Casillas saved it. I think again one of the best keepers in the world. I loved his temperament. I just loved his temperament. I know Messi scored a lot of goals against him, but if you look at a couple of saves that Casillas has made in his career, unfortunately, due to heart issues, he had to give up. But Spain only scored 8 goals, and from there to 2020, when was the Euro? It was a couple of years back. So 2023, when was this Euro, man? I keep forgetting the year. But yeah, to this Euro, right? Uh, it's just amazing. You look at the players, man. You have Dani Olmo, you have Pedri, you have Gavi, you have it's led by Alvaro Morata, but it was a great line. And you had Lamine Yamal, is a very very exciting young talent. Sancho greater than Messi. Keepers are best always covers rubbish forwards. To whom that statement is directed? I am not a forward. I am nothing. I start playing as a defensive midfielder, then I go to forward, then I come back because I get scared that you will shout at me. There's another chance for Newcastle, guys. By the way, I think they hit the post. They hit the post. Come on, man. How is Chelsea so bad? It's a whole different crop of players, man. It's a whole different crop of players. This was not the Chelsea that I saw, which was playing over the weekend. But congratulations to Newcastle. I think they will make it to. I think those 2 goals in quick succession of time actually took the sting out of Chelsea's attack. I have not seen them attacking apart from a couple of chances that Felix had. I think they should have scored. All the small teams are going out in EFL, but who is going forward? So, guys, an update. Crystal Palace is leading 2-1 against Aston Villa. Tottenham still leading City 2-1. Newcastle, of course, 2-0. Liverpool have won their match 3-2. That was a close one. United still leading 5-2 against Leicester City. Arsenal still leading their match against Preston 3-0. So I think most of the teams, the expected teams, are still there. Tottenham is a surprise, but I still think we have 40 minutes. Uh, Crystal Palace, yeah, uh, quite a good team. But that's an interesting match to watch. But I think we are almost at the end of Chelsea Newcastle stream, guys. Just 5 minutes to go, and I don't think I'll still watch it till it ends because I watched the match of United against what happened to Akash United. No surprise, a legend predicted that chickens will win. Who predicted? Who predicted? Are you calling? I didn't predict. Did I predict chickens will win? I'm assuming that you're calling me a legend because that's not the words you usually associate with me. I cannot say the word that is associated with me because I have three people who are watching. Who's the third person? Who's the third person who's watching? If the third person is apart from Akash and Parth, I know if in case they've logged in from their another account, could you please comment on the section? I would love to, interact with you as well. Hear your views, guys. This is the first time I usually become very conscious in front of a camera, right? Because I'm not habituated. I'm more of a public speaker when there's a public corporate khiladi me. Okay, thanks, thank you, Dushyant, for joining on. Uh, that's okay. And if you feel that Akash is ranting extra, something extra, you can feel free to just what's the word? Cancel him out. Bruno with a bad miss. How bad was a miss? Was it as bad as Dallo? There were 5 subscribers, man. I mean, who's the fourth one who's joined in? Who's the fourth one? I think we should start some games, for our viewers. Maybe that will increase our viewers overall, man. Oh, come on, at least score one, yeah. At least score one. So bad. When I say at least score one, I don't mean Newcastle. What is Chelsea doing? Oh, four more viewers. You're doing a great job. Thank you. Thanks, Bart. Thanks. Kukurea has this weird hairstyle, and I was not. I was not searching actually. I read in one of his interviews that he has this hairstyle because his mother was not able to recognize him out of 22 players who were playing on the field. So yeah. By the way, guys, if if you ever find someone, if your mother is watching, if you're a young viewer anywhere and your mother's watching to come to come and play, come and see you on play on the field or doing anything related to football, believe me, you are a lucky one, because in India, parents do not come to, at least the millennial parents do not come to watch their kids go and play in the field. Not that they don't care, but it's just that studies are more accounted for. I still remember, right? It took me almost 30 years to get my parents to come and watch me, right? Playing in the field. I was actually hosting a tournament, right? I do that. It's very very near and dear to me. Football is something which I just absolutely love, right? And it has in some other stream, maybe some other day, we'll talk about how football has had an impact on each one of our lives. But for me, it holds a very, very, very special place because it actually got me out of a very tough phase in my life, right? And guys, if there's anything that that you feel can get you out of it, just go ahead and do it, right? It's not about making it big in that particular in that particular area. It's just about having fun, right? If you're having fun, if you're enjoying it, right, you are making feeling good about doing that, just keep doing it. It might be your job, it might be your chance for Newcastle again. Oh, that's a bad touch, by the defender. Funny, the Kukurea actually has to move his head twice or thrice because I think his hair blocks his own view. Again, a chance for Newcastle. Where is that ball going? It's gone out for a throw in. Yeah, yeah, I believe this is almost the end. Newcastle played actually really well. Uh, बस भाई रिलैक्स कर, थोड़ा सांस ले ले. 5 का watching, we're down to 4. But yes, keep doing, guys, whatever you're doing. As I was saying, I'm not trying to motivate you, I'm just trying to share a couple of my experiences. So it might be football, it might be painting, it might be art, it might be hanging out with your with your group, it might be anything. I'm not saying a hobby, anything. Just keep doing it, man. I mean, uh, every it should be fun, you should have a lots of fun. Like football is fun for me. Oh, that was some audacious shot, man. 40 yards out. I don't even know his name is so short. He actually has his name printed on his entire jersey, Renato Veiga. But that was almost 40 yards, man, or 35 yards, I would say at least. That was a good shot. Good shot. I think the first real intent, but I think it's too late. It's 90 minutes already. I don't see Chelsea scoring now. Bayendir Onana. No, man, you cannot say that. Onana is top of the list at the moment. Highest number of clean sheets. Wow, Chelsea are playing tiki taka, by the way, and they passed so much that all the players got confused for whom was the pass meant for. But yeah, this is what I mean. I mean, and Kunku and this guy Felix should be getting more chances. I think Jackson should be given a rest. Madueke should be given a rest. Play Nkunku, uh, Neto, and Felix. I think that will be a great combination. That would be amazing. And just behind them, Palmer. What creativity, man! What creativity! Felix is good with his feet. Neto is good with his speed. Nkunku is again a very, very, I think a very strategic player. I think he knows a lot of creativity. He knows how to finish as well, but he lacks that sharpness. I think that will come with those big games. Uh, where does Sancho go? Sancho goes home. But as Sancho, I think he can play in Conference League, and I think that will be good enough because if you look at it again, right, there's no problem with the Chelsea dressing room. I really hope he comes through, Sancho. I think it's just a cover signing. I know there has been, there's an option to buy Sancho in the coming year, but I think it's more of good business being done by Chelsea, which they've already done. Selling Mount to United at, I don't know, 55 million. They'll just do another good business out of 25 million fixed price. Yeah, I think that's a decent ask. They'll even if they sell him for 20, That's a good ask because they will sell one more along with him. So if you know, right, this guy got sold to Atletico Madrid, Conor Gallagher, and that was a pure profit because he was an academy player. So, yep. I think Sancho is just good business because Sancho is a replacement for Sterling as a squad player. So I don't see him playing many games, yeah, for honestly, because he cannot take that load. I mean, against Newcastle, the effect Neto had, I cannot see Sancho doing that any day of any day. Mount is a legend, best player ever to stay injured. That's a good discussion. I don't know if Parth is still here. I only see one viewer, but Parth, if you're still there, if you're listening to this, there was this player in because Akash mentioned best player ever to stay injured. There's actually a player. His name was Abu Diaby. What are you drinking? It's Coke. It's got finished, yaar. It's actually Abu Diaby, and he was one of the best players in Arsenal. He was so silky smooth in midfield, but I think 5 or 6 seasons that he was there, 2 or 3 seasons he spent injured. Walcott, yes, another great player to have. He was also, I think, injury prone. I think Percy also in his early Arsenal days, was very injury prone. Um, I think, but Abu Dhabi is the best example that I'm able to recall because he kept getting injured. He kept having, I think he had 3 surgeries. Oh, by the way, uh, viewers, the Chelsea Newcastle match has ended. So Newcastle has won. This was the round of 16 for Carabao Cup. And with that, Chelsea are out of the tournament. Uh, Newcastle win by a goal, by 2 goals to nothing. But all kudos to Newcastle. I think they played really, really well. But yeah, Diaby was amazing. Yes, Parth, I absolutely agree. Diaby was amazing. Let's just switch to the chickens versus plastic match. I think something really interesting going on there. Let's see what's happening there. Uh, is it 2-2? Is it 2-2? It is not 2-2. Oh wow, 61 minutes. Okay, I think we can. I'm not sure. Do we continue watching the Tottenham City match? Yeah, let's do that. I think something interesting to watch. That's I'm not saying against my own team, but yes, coming back to the legend, best player ever to stay injured. Yes, Abu Diaby was amazing. I think another good example is Kaka in Real Madrid. Uh, my heart just sinks, when I think about Kaka. He was just so gracious, so good. As a human being, as a player as well. One of the best games that I watched him play was 2009 no 2008 7-8 Champions League, the one after the miracle in Istanbul where Liverpool came back from 3-0. The one right after that, AC Milan played back-to-back Champions League finals. So one they lost in Istanbul. They regained that title in 2007-8 against the same opposition, that is Liverpool. They won 2-1. Kaka was just amazing. He was good in the previous one as well. So he gave this amazing pass from his half, almost 40 yards of pass, that to a through ball within the midfield to Hernan Crespo. And I don't know if you remember this guy, the guy who was keeping for Liverpool, Jersey Dudek. He made one of the craziest saves against one of the best strikers in the world at that point of time. I think he ruined his career coming to Chelsea, Shevchenko, during extra time. He missed it from point blank range, but that was amazing. Yes, RVP joined us in 2000, was injured in and out for 5 seasons. Yes, I think he finally clicked in 2010-11 season. And 11-12, again, he clicked very well. Then 12-13, he was sold for, to United. But yeah, again, if I talk about Percy as well, earlier team I was talking about, sorry, I said team, earlier reviews I was talking about the drop shoulder volley. So I think Percy also has hit some very interesting drop shoulder volley. One of them was against Everton for Arsenal, right, where he got the ball from, I think, right side of the field, and he let the ball run across his body, and he hit it towards the right corner. And the other one, I think Akash will remember this very, very clearly, was against Aston Villa. That was the title-winning goal. Percy scored a hat trick. It was assisted by Rooney, a ball over the top. But if VAR had been there at that point of time, that goal was actually offside. But that was an amazing goal, taking nothing away from Percy. Rooney passed the ball from halfway line, and what a volley that was from Percy, man. He was just amazing, amazing to watch. The funniest part was, Arsenal giving guard of honor to Percy. But one of the stupidest things that happened with Percy was the red card against Barcelona. I think Parth, you when you hear this, your heart will just go out. That red card against Barcelona was just so stupid. Uh, I mean, how he was in a run, man. How can you give a red card? The whistle, he already has lifted his leg to kick the ball, and whistle has gone. Of course, he will kick the ball. You cannot stop your kick midway, man. You are in momentum. But that was one of the stupidest calls, and I think over the time period, right, because the football has become so much full of tactics. I think that has affected the refereeing as well. You see a referee nowadays, they study games, right? If you go back to the 2000 era, right, referee had so much control on the game. I think now it's a lot more dictated by tactics, because the wingers, nowadays they're looking to go into the box and they're looking for a foul. So even the referees are aware of that. I don't know how it has affected, but it has affected each referee in a different manner. And I think with VAR coming in, I'm not sure if it is for EPL or for La Liga or for just overall, but I would say generally it doesn't have that impact which it should have created, right? Like, if you go to cricket, right, technology has created such a huge difference, right? If not for technology, there were so many players who would have gotten out, right? There were so many players, or so many bowlers who would not gotten the wicket, right? So VAR is something which is, I think to some extent it is very, very good, but to some extent, sometimes it's just plain nonsense. I mean, the last match for Eric Ten Hag, that penalty was utter nonsense. That was not a penalty. I mean, where can a player go if he's just running right with the ball and the defender is trying to stand his ground, and if he runs into his leg, you cannot expect that to be a penalty. I mean, I didn't know why that even went to a VAR check for the referee. It is a fault by the VAR person who was Anthony Taylor. I think we discussed the other day. He was refereeing, right? So how is he allowed to officiate United games? And I mean, oh my God! I mean, that was so pathetic. So VAR. I mean, that's not sure where it's going. I hope it improves as the game progresses, but. Sometimes it just feels painful, because the nail of the striker is offside, and for that reason, for the sole reason, the striker is given an offside. But yeah, rule is a rule. You cannot actually break those rules. But let me know, guys, what are your comments on VAR? I know what Akash will say, that it's favoring Arsenal and City. Did Chelsea win? No. They lost. They're out. They lost 2-0. They're saving their win for the weekend. But it'll be a fun match to watch. That's for sure. Small team. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very small, yeah. They just invested what, 1 billion? that's that's like pocket money for Ambani's grandson. And that's like petrol ka kharcha for Majnu bhai. uh, Warner is doing some game tactics. He is down injured. But yeah, guys, talking about VAR, I was talking about VAR. It has actually impacted cricket in a great way. I'm not so sure about football, right? Because it has. Talking about great impacts. Guess who's coming on for Tottenham? Oh, ho, 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 ho. His name sounds like a reverse card of Uno. Richarlison. Same United players will play like headless people over the weekend. No, I doubt it. Remember the Chelsea versus Barca game, the famous. Oh my God, yeah, man. Oh, ho, ho. I don't think that was a game. I think that was. If you guys, I'm not trying to promote anything related to religion here, but if you guys have seen Mahabharat, right, and if you know there was this pasa jo Shakuni Mama phekta tha, that game was like that, that pasa wala game, and Pep Guardiola was Shakuni, and the referee was that pasa. Wo jo chahta tha wo ho raha tha. That was horrible, man. That was horrible. But one thing I'll take away from that game is the amazing volley by Michael Essien. He scored from his left foot. That was just amazing. I think 6 penalties is what we should have been awarded, but I don't think anyone. Chance for City, by the way, guys. Ooh. Oh, that was a close miss, yeah. Close miss. Yeah, very close miss. Hmm. Ooh, a keeper would have it covered. But yeah, I remember that game. We scored. Michael Essien scored first, and I think in the dying minutes, Iniesta scored it. Messi assisted one. And remember the UCL final? Of course, I remember it. Of course, I remember it. That was the first day. I think I combined five. वो शुभ हमारे जो शब्द होते हैं हिंदी में, जिसमें आपके रिलेटिव्स इंक्लूड हो जाते हैं, मम्मी, बहन, दीदी, भाई, बहुत सारे शब्दों का मेल करके जो आप बोलते हो, because and Akash, you will remember this. What actually reminds me more of that United versus Chelsea final was, when we as a corporate team went to the corporate tournament the second time. We had a chance to win the tournament, the finals, twice, right? We came to a position where we were in a position that if we score, we win in penalties, and we lost it twice. I'll not take the name of the people. I think they're very senior people, but that still hurts as bad as the Chelsea loss hurts from that 2008 final. But again, from that 2008 UCL final, I'll remember the Ronaldo's header. It was amazing. Thanks to the amazing keeper. But yeah, on a serious note, guys, I like to tell you this: Akash is a bloody amazing keeper, very aggressive, right? He's a big De Gea fan. I would not say his keeping style is similar to De Gea. I think he's more of an aggressive keeper, and long shots. If you're trying to place it, if you're going one on one with him, it's very difficult. You need to be a very smart striker to score against Akash, and he reads the game very well. Right. One thing I'd like to mention is, generally keepers, right, back in the olden days, if you look at that old crop of keepers, right, Van der Sar, you had Peter Cech, you had Lehman, you had this guy, Seaman, right? David Lehman, David Seaman. I keep forgetting the name. Who's that guy with the long fellow? But Oliver Kahn, they and all this guy as well, Manuel Neuer. They marshal their defense, and Akash is one of those keepers, right? He marshals his defense really well. Not only his defense, he's able to marshal, even the forwards, right? He's a brilliant keeper, and I think we had some amazing time, playing together, playing against each other, right? I surely miss those days, but yeah, I think one thing which still hurts for us is the loss that we faced as a corporate team. It was back to back losses for us in the finals. We were like Atletico Madrid of the corporate tournament that happens here in Baroda. By the way, we had the opportunity four times, and sadly, I only missed it in the end. No. I think it should not have come down to you, Akash. I think that's a lot of pressure because there's a lot of mindset, right? I think what people forget is that scoring a penalty is definitely not as easy as it looks. As I'll tell you, right? If you have been to the coaching of football, or if you pick up any football coaching manual, right, there is a different drill for penalty that happens. There's a different mindset training that happens for penalties, right? If you go into deep coaching, right, where if you take a proper coaching of football, if you actually sit down with the managers, with the tacticians, which I believe there's a lack of in India, you will get good coaches. You will get good coaches in India who will teach you to how to control the football, how to chest down the football, or how to kick the football, to so that you can hit it in the top corner. But you will find very less people who can actually tell you what's the tactic of a game, right? What sort of a game you need to do, because sometimes what you feel is wrong might be right in the game, right? If you know what I mean. Okay, it's like, again, toe poking is something which a beginner, who is learning to play a football does, but when it comes to actual game, that becomes a finishing move, right? So there are very few people in India, right, who can teach you that tactics. And when it comes to that tactics, right, scoring those penalties, right, it's very difficult, right? So if you see Ronaldo scoring those penalties, if you see Messi scoring those penalties, if you see any person scoring those penalties, for sure it's a difficult chance. Of course, it's an art. It takes a lot of practice, and keepers also practice for it. They have their tactics. They study hundreds of games, right? If you look at it, right, why do you think if you look at Portugal squad, right, there was this player, Joao Moutinho. He was selected before Bruno. He was selected before Quaresma. He was selected right after Ronaldo. If in case Portugal ever went to penalty kicks, he was that good. Next in line, I think one of the best penalty takers, Ruben Neves, very good. Cole Palmer is definitely up the list. Bruno Fernandes, of course, he's good. I think one of the best penalty takers I have seen It's from my team, Frank Lampard, amazing, amazing penalty taker. David Luiz, another amazing penalty taker. Marcelo is also really, really good. Then I think John Terry. That's a joke because he slipped talking about the UCL final that happened. Messi, Ronaldo, of course, they're there. Then I think who else do you think is a good penalty? Rooney. Rooney is a very good penalty taker. I saw, and I know when I mentioned this game, it will hurt Parth very bad. The scoreline of 8-2. Rooney scored three penalties and a free kick that day. And the Arsenal keeper, I don't even remember his name. I'm so sorry. He was not able to stop anyone. I think two penalties and a free kick, if I'm not wrong. But both the penalties he scored on the either side of the net, and yeah, I think he was an amazing penalty taker. Today's game, I believe Modric is a good penalty taker. Uh, I think Hazard was one of the very good ones. Very calm in front of goal when he was in Chelsea, not in Madrid, by the way. And who else? Who else, guys? Do you think was a good penalty taker or is a good penalty taker? Uh, Manuel Neuer also is actually good, very underrated. I know he's a keeper, but when it comes to penalty shootout, Drogba, yes, how can I forget? Yes, Drogba is a very good penalty taker. Not because he scored the Champions League final, but overall, I think he's a very good free kick taker as well. Andre was a very good one, very good penalty taker. Right. Then I think I don't know if you remember this player, Mario Balotelli. Wow, calm as anything. Uh, I know his mentality was a big issue. Uh, yes, Rooney. Yes, of course, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think he retired a bit too early. Yeah, he should have played more. If you guys have followed Rooney, right, you must have seen his days in MLS, and he scored this amazing. He gave this amazing assist. Running back to protect the counter attack from the opposition, and actually ended up assisting big time to the keeper. So that was amazing. Ivan Tony, yes, Ivan Tony from Brentford from recent days, amazing, amazing. Yes, he's a great penalty taker. But I think he moved on right to Saudi league, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, Ivan Tony is a good penalty taker. Yeah, he actually looks dead into the keeper's eyes before he takes them. But talking about keepers and penalty, I think it's a stupid rule, and I think not Salah is good too. Of course, Salah is very good. Uh, but Akash, I think you'll agree with me, right? The stupid rule of putting the keeper on the line. I think there should be a demarked area where the keeper can be given some freedom to move. It's like, in cricket, they say it's a batsman game. There's ball being changed, there's power play and everything. I think they're restricting the keeper too much. I don't know how much it is helping the keeper to develop their own ability or how they're practicing for it. But I think there should be some area like, itni der wo, itne area mein thoda move kar lo yaar. I mean, there should be some leverage given to the keeper. Yeah, I mean it's only 12 yards, and you know, yeah, stupid new rule of keeping one leg on the line. That's yeah, I completely agree. That's just so stupid. Yeah, I think you're just restricting the keeper, man. I mean, for God's sake, come on. Uh, we're just 13 minutes away, guys. So, by the way, just a score update. So, City is still trailing by 2 goals to 1. That's what a shit ball, man, by Ake. What is he trying to do? What does he think? Is he Kevin D. Ake? I'll tell you the name. It was not Ake who passed the ball. And this is a legit name of a player from City. He's a youngster. His name is Simpson. I don't know how you pronounce it. It is spelled as Pusey. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Simpson dash Pusey. I have no idea how to pronounce it. As soon as I said that word, the viewership went down to zero. So my fault. In saving penalties, yes, Aston Villa keeper is too good. Emilio Martinez, yes, he's brilliant. He's bloody brilliant at the moment. Okay. Guys, I'm just replying to a couple of my WhatsApp messages. I have a game in the morning at 7. So I'm just trying to, get into the worst team possible, because I'm making a comeback after, I had jaundice and I had dengue as well. And I'm trying to, get back into the team. So I like to play for the worst team because that way you can do more running. So that's my cardio for the day. Not that I'm a gym freak. Won't make a difference even if you sleep or not. I agree. I absolutely agree, because either way I cannot control the ball. I can. I can. If so, I'll tell you though, the problem with me happening right now is I'm playing with a bunch of players, right, who play a very aggressive, brand of football, and by nature and by my game style as well, I'm not very aggressive, right? I like to, pass the ball a bit more, right? I'm a believer that one extra pass can make the difference, but my teammates don't believe it. So I end up playing, like I am not that bad of a player. Football is aggressive game. I get that. I know. Any game can be aggressive. If you make it chance for City, oh come on! Wow, I don't know who he was. Was he the same player? Pusey. I'm so excited to read his name. But yeah, talking about penalties, right? I think Parth is here as well. So, uh, Parth, why did Arsenal sell Martinez? Was he not? Do you think he was not going to get enough chances because you guys had Ramsdale, or because Raya was not a prospect then? I think he did phenomenally well with whatever chance he got in Arsenal. So I'm not sure. I think that was good business, to be honest. But I think he made a great difference. He won the World Cup, and that was just brilliant. I mean, I think more than Messi, I will give the credit to him. Now the World Cup was rigged or not, that's a whole other discussion. I think we'll need more folks to discuss that. No comments there, because as far as I'm concerned, even if it was rigged, I would like to maintain that I love a game where things are not fixed, and I like to be in that false belief, because I remember how cricket's image was ruined when the fixing and all that came up. I hope it does not happen. I mean, because it's there's a reason it is called a beautiful game, and if these things are actually true, the but I do believe that FIFA and UEFA, they're no longer the bodies that used to be. I think Arsene Wenger should be made FIFA president. He has immense football knowledge. He understands how the game works, and I think he will make a good make some good decisions. So by the way, we have some comments. Arsenal don't keep good players. He was a backup keeper for Leno. Oh, Bird Leno. I think he got injured, right, and then he got sold to Fulham. Then we went for Raya but couldn't get him, so we turned to Ramsdale. Arteta was jealous of Martinez's strong mentality. Wow. Someday we'll have to do a separate stream, right, and a separate, I would say, a discussion on why what is the problem of, I don't know if it is just on jokes, but Akash, on a serious note, what do you really think about Arteta? I mean, do you think he's good? You think he needs some improvement? I know he needs improvement, but what all areas do you think he's good? I believe he's good in building up those tactics, because as soon as he came in, Arsenal became a little bit good in defense, because Arsenal were a team that, poor mentality, good coach. I agree. I think what he did against Liverpool was poor mentality. 2-0 against 2-0 up against Liverpool. I think sorry guys, just a second. Yeah, 2-0 up against a team like Liverpool, you should have gone and gone for more. If you just sit back, Liverpool are going to come back at you. We need Arteta at City as a Wow, that's bold, huh? That's really bold, but but what do you think after Pep? Pep's contracts runs out. Sorry, and who do you think City are going to get? They have an option of Zidane. They have an option of Nagelsmann. They have an option of uh, who else? They have Xavi. You think Xavi might follow Pep? Yeah, what a miss by Spurs, man. What else do you expect from Richarlison? He celebrated offside goals for almost 6 months. But yeah, who do you think City will get? You think they will get? I think Nagelsmann. They'll go for the Julian Nagelsmann person. No, quite young, vibrant, might bring a new vibe after Pep. You think it will be difficult to replace Pep? I think it will, because when he left Bayern almost went to, I will not say shit, because it's Bundesliga after all, and they invest whatever they can and all the players to buy from their opposition. So Zabi Alonso. Wow, bold call, bold call here, Parth. Zabi Alonso. But how's Leverkusen doing? I mean, I don't follow Bundesliga for all that that closely. I follow Serie A. I know I follow La Liga to some extent. I follow. Uh, I mean, this just a sec. I follow Championship as well. I don't follow Bundesliga. Let's see who's at the top in Bundesliga. So Bundesliga, Bayern is at the top. How? Imagine Bayern is so bad, right under company, still there at the top, 20 points with a goal difference of 22. Oh, Leverkusen is third. I think they lost only one or couple of matches, right? The entire last season. And did they go unbeaten, right? In the last season? Yeah, they went unbeaten. Yeah, amazing. Leverkusen. So I think, yes, Zabi Alonso can be a prospect. Uh, good call, yeah. Good call, Parth. Syria, I know Napoli is at the top with 25 points. Inter is closely followed second. But I think another interesting option for United would have been this Atlanta manager. He's really good. No, City are a proper club. They aren't United. Of course, they aren't United. They are City. Parth, Arsenal versus United still has time. Save something for that day. Hmm. I know what Akash is doing. Akash is going to all the AI tools that he knows and is saying how to hurt a person who is about to get married. And from a person who is almost married. So, guys, if you don't know, Parth is also planning his marriage sometime next year, right? So, congratulations, Parth. And talking about long distance relationships, I think Parth is in one, and he has two long distance relationships, one with his fiance, of course, and one with his club. I think all of us have that long distance relationship, but congratulations, Parth, once again. I think DJ just wants to say he's the only bachelor. Lord McTominay ruling in entertainment. Yeah, I'm the only bachelor, not the most eligible bachelor, but yeah, for the time being, I'm the only bachelor. Uh, feels good. Feels good. I'm very happy. I'm traveling to Pune for sure for Akash's marriage, and Arsenal has long distance. Oh, guys, we are having some amazing trash talk, man. So Par says Lord McTominay ruling in Italy with Napoli, and then Akash says on long distance, Arsenal has long distance relationship with trophies. Wow. Yeah. Parth, I think your thanks man is coming a bit late. It says like you're thanking Akash for long distance relationship with trophies. Yes, yes. Now it's heating up. We need some more, man. Come on, come on. I don't know. I think United has a long distance relationship with Eric Ten Hag now. Wow, long. Tough, man. Akash, I think your shift has ended, right? And Parth, your shift has ended too. Are you working in Central Time or the Eastern Time? By the way, daylight saving time is ending on 3rd of November, right? If I'm not wrong, guys. So uh, I think we'll have much better time. I'm very excited about this weekend. Akash is already in full mode. His team has won. United has long distance relation with strong management. Wow, that's some educational diss happening here, guys. Come on. This is very very smartly played by Akash, right? And I believe him that when he said that he's better than Ten Hag, not only he managed to diss at Arsenal, he has been able to diss at United as his own club by himself. He's like, तुम क्या गोल मारोगे हम own goal मारेंगे. So, oh, by the way, what a miss by City. They missed an open goal. Actually, it was saved on the line. It's still 2-1. It's corner to City. Let's see what they do. That's oh, United needs to have a long distance relationship with Rashford. Yeah, they. I don't think they need to have any sort of relationship with Rashford. I think they just need to sell him. I think he can go to a small club, maybe on a loan, and maybe then come back. Uh, I mean, I should not be bringing this topic up because I think you need to be good, really good as a person here. But for just for 1 second, if I park that aside, I think if Greenwood would have been at United, Rashford would not have been on the scene. You think I think that would have been the case. I think Greenwood and Ahmad would have played more with along with Garnacho, so Rashford would have left. So United has a long distance with proper fans. Wow, 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 guys! What were you doing in your job time? Are we looking at Chat GPT and saying dis comments at each other? Wow. Rashford needs to play in Sunday League. Yeah, I think so too. He should come and play with us in Juggernaut in Baroda. Uh, okay, United has a long. I don't think so. I think what I said. United fans are just not used to seeing their club like this. It used to. I used to believe that United have a good team. Good club overall. But yeah, the Glazers needs to go, and the Glazers actually need to go. I don't know what difference Jim Ratcliffe has brought in, but Glazers need to go. I think they have sucked the club dry. They have made what 50, 80, 90 millions every year out of United, right? Especially when Ronaldo joined in. I still remember, right, that his jersey was not available from for almost 2 months. There was 2 months waiting. I wanted one as well because uh, I think the most beautiful thing, I'll be very honest, viewers, is that what happened with Ronaldo in United was his introduction when he walked into that United stadium and he was introduced by the legendary commentator that we have for EPL. Any guesses what his name is? Akash, you will know this for sure. It's Peter Drury. Yes, it is Peter Drury. So he gave such a great introduction, right? I mean, even if you hear till date, it's so good. I mean, that is just wow. Uh, yeah, I mean, that was out of this world. So I'll just read it out, guys. I cannot match the way Peter Drury says it. I'll try to match that. And if you guys don't know, I have actually I love to comment, do some commentary. I actually applied in AIFF. I went up to the top 20 and then they rejected me for some reason. But then yes, I love to makes me more happy than getting married. Parth, take this snapshot. This is the biggest dish that you can get on Akash. Take the snapshot of this comment he has made. We'll enlarge it and we'll give to him in his wedding. I just did, yeah. But yeah, talking about the Peter Drury guys, I'll just try to read it. So this is how it went: Madeira, Manchester, Madrid, Turin, and Manchester again, wreathed in red, restored to this great gallery of the game, a walking work of art, vintage, beyond valuation, beyond forgery or imitation. 18 years since that trembling teenager of touch and tease first tiptoed onto this storied stage. Now, in his immaculate maturity, CR7 reunited. That was just amazing, man. I mean, I did it in a very weak manner, but I got goosebumps, man. I got goosebumps. -50 rupees for DJ. चल चल पचा ओवर एक्टिंग नहीं कर रहा था मैं. I tried to match Peter Drury. मैं मेरे से मैं यहाँ पे सब्जी वाला बेचने आता हूँ उसको मैच नहीं कर पाता. I'm trying to match Peter Drury. I'll try to be better. I'll try to be better. Of course, I'm not as good as in English as I am in Hindi. Maybe I don't know, but I'm good at doing commentary in live games. I can do that for the City game as well or Tottenham, but I think there'll be a copyright issue, so let's not do that. Best intro, yeah, I absolutely agree. That was the best moment, and I think another best moment was against when Lingard assisted him. Singh Rinkia ke papa. Why? Why? I mean, I don't think Eric Ten Hag is drinking till 4 a.m. 4 बजे तक सुबह आज. I think Akash is. I think 5-2 में से तो उतने उतने का पैक बना के Akash is having fun. Do you believe Mbappe has made Madrid worse? Ah, I mean, we'll give 50 rupees back for Rinkia ke Papa. Arey, I'll give you 100. You sing, I don't know. I'll give you 1,000. You sing, you will never walk alone. Uh, do you believe Mbappe has? That's a very good. Yeah, I absolutely agree with Akash. For Akash, Mbappe has made Madrid PSG. I believe he's an unnecessary addition. I don't think he was needed. They have Vinicius, they have Rodrigo. They should give that Luke Jong a chance. Mbappe is just there for his own selfish reasons. I don't see him succeeding to that extent, and I think too much pace. There's just too much pace. Yeah, too many cooks at this moment. Absolutely, it's the same thing. What happened to Chelsea and what is actually happening to Chelsea, right? But I don't think if you remember, right, the Torres was signed by Chelsea under Ancelotti. That was not a signing that Ancelotti wanted. And if any manager doesn't want a signing, and if you give them that signing just to boost up sales or probably to get that big name in the club, right? It sort of ruins the player's career as well. I mean, Torres, he won EPL, he won Champions League, but overall, personal his seasons were not good. I think he scored what 40 goals in 5 seasons for Chelsea, which is just not up to Torres's mark. The way he came in, same thing goes for Mbappe. I mean, given the amount of money and more than that, given the amount of drama that he created. I mean, you look at Ronaldo, right? You look at Ronaldo, the way he went to Madrid, he was just so much focused. He wanted to go to Madrid. He wanted to, show that what he can do, and the way he arrived and the way he just took La Liga by storm. I'll tell you one thing very important. Again, I'm not biased against Ronaldo. Somewhere down the line, Messi Messi's name became famous because there was a Ronaldo who was chasing it, and he beat it sometimes. He actually beat it sometimes. Spurs eliminate City. Yes, yes. So, guys, with that, I think we digressed on to other topics, but that's the end of Manchester City and Tottenham match. City are out of Carabao Cup, so that's one thing they will not win this year. Yay! Cannot see City lift another cup. So Spurs win 2 goals to 1. One goal scored by Sar, the other by Werner. City did get one back, but I think didn't have it in them because they were playing a small string team. But kudos to Tottenham. So with that, City is out. Don't give managers signing. They hire Anthony. That is true. That is true. I don't know why they signed him. But yes, City played kids, but I'm still happy they lost him, and I am happy part that they actually lost. But I think, guys, that is it. That is it from my side. Great stream. We actually watched a couple of matches. I'm happy. United won, Chelsea lost, but it was the first time for me streaming live. I hope I was up to the mark. Right, haunted human Beyblade. I don't even know what that means. But thank you, Akash. Thank you, Path. Thank you for all the viewers who joined in. I think we went up to 5. I have 3 likes. It was the first one for me. As and when we have more streams, we'll improve more. Right, I'll try to get in more facts. Thank you so much, all the viewers who joined in, and yeah, we'll see you on weekend for the amazing. Thank you, Akash, for that comment, for the amazing match that is going to happen between Chelsea and United, a club with a new manager and a club looking for a new manager. Usually, it used to be the other way around, where United had a fixed manager and Chelsea was looking for a new one, but the tables have turned. Right? अरे वो साल दूसरा था ये साल दूसरा है. So thank you so much, viewers. We'll see you on weekend along with Parth and Akash. Thanks, guys.